All right, I just wanted to make a video about the vacuum lines on a 1988 Ford F150 5.0. So there's plenty of diagrams around on the internet. Maybe there's one stuck under your hood somewhere, but it can get confusing. But basically what's going on is you have this vacuum reserve canister and you have a supply right here. The canister is labeled MAN and AMP, amp. So the MAN nipple coming out of the canister gets a line run around to the vacuum tree, which you can probably see the vacuum tree right here. So that's one line. It runs from the man side. I don't have these. I just did these, so they're not secured in place, so you'll be able to see. I ran it right up there. Then on the other side of that canister is labeled AMP, amp. That goes to your TAD and tab solenoids. So I ran those around, and right here you can see the bypass solenoid is right here. That's tab. Thermactor air bypass. The divert solenoid is right here. So that's thermactor air divert. So from your vacuum reservoir, in my hand here, you can see it's coming from the reservoir from that amp side. I teed each of these solenoids, I teed a line into, so they have the vacuum supplied from the reserve. Then off the other side of these are the lines that go to the valves. So the thermactor air divert, which is right here, it's this line right here, and it disappears into the back, and it's hooked to somewhere back here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the camera in there, but you might be able to see it moving. That's the divert valve. It's going to be controlled by the TAD, thermactor air divert. And then the tab, thermactor air bypass, goes over to the valve that bypasses air from the air pump. Now, when you hook up your supply, your vacuum supply to these, it goes on the bottom, right here, bottom of each one. When you hook up your lines going to the valves, they go on the tops. So it's supply on the bottom from the vacuum reserve canister. The feed to the valves goes on top. So this line right here goes to the bypass valve, which is on this truck. It's right there, kind of behind and below the alternator. It's right here. So you can see it right there. And when that valve is activated, I believe it's dumping the air into the intake manifold in the back through this line right here. So the other solenoid over here besides TAD and TAB is the EGR solenoid. And it gets its own supply, which, like I said, I just ran these. I haven't secured them yet. It gets its own supply off that same vacuum tree. You can see I'm moving it there. It gets its own supply. And again, the supply, the vacuum supply, goes to the bottom, just like on TAD and TAB. And then the when the solenoid is activated, it wants to send vacuum to the EGR valve, which I ran around the back of the intake and to the EGR valve right here. So, right there. So I thought I'd make a video on these before I secured everything and wrapped it where you wouldn't be able to see it as well. One other thing I ran into is right here is a charcoal canister right here. There's a line coming from your fuel tanks with fuel vapors, gasoline vapors. There's a line coming out right here. And it goes to a Y, which is hard to see. But one side of the Y is right there on your throttle body plate. The other side of the Y, I can see it, but I can't get my phone. Can't get my phone in where it's gonna show the connection. But it's connected two places at Y's right onto the throttle body plate. So how is that related to the vacuum lines? Well, the previous owner on this truck actually had vacuum lines hooked there. So I'm restoring this truck. I haven't even started this yet. I haven't started it up today after doing all this work. But I thought I'd make a quick video on how everything gets hooked up. And obviously, before I let the engine get hot, I'm going to wrap these in some of that black plastic covering and route them and zip tie them and make it all neat. And then the other thing is these letters, these stick-on letters, you can get these at Lowe's. They're electrician wire markers is what they are. If you want to keep your stuff straight, I put them on and then I put clear tape over them. Helps you keep things straight while you're doing it. So I got this one, EGR. And then when you get over here to your location where your solenoids are, it won't be as confusing. I got EGR, TAB, TAD, which is hard to see, but all right. I hope that helps somebody out. This is 5 30-second vacuum line. I got it at AutoZone. They happen to have some. I got some adapters and T's at AutoZone. One of them is right there, that white piece. You can see the white piece between my vacuum line and the fitting right here. That's a barbed adapter. You want to be careful with those, and they're probably not the best. I already broke one just installing it, so I might find out that I want to get better quality adapters. Anyway, hope this helps somebody out. And one last thing, this coffee can vacuum reserve canister, commonly referred to as a coffee can because that's what it looks like. They're really prone to leak. I haven't tested this one or even started the truck with it, but hooked up. But it's very possible I could have pinhole leaks in that. That'll be for another day. And this nipple right here is really just a guide for the factory. It's not a vacuum nipple. It's just a guide for the factory connection that slid on here. And it kind of oriented that connection. So, all right. Hope that helps you out. Thanks for watching.